Hi, welcome to Homespun Homemaking with Kathy's Heart Creations. Today's video is going to be about freezer cooking organization. I have a side-by-side freezer that I use primarily for my food storage. Each shelf is designated by, this is supposed to be breakfast, veggies. This is miscellaneous cooking supplies, meat, another miscellaneous shelf, and then for sweets or overflow for what I've done. I find freezer cooking to be easier for me to make better choices with the things that I eat. The natural me does not lean towards healthy foods. I've never been a big fruit and vegetable person, but now if I cook in bulk, it helps me to make the choices. You know, it's just I pull it out, set it on a plate, microwave it for 4 or 5 minutes, and I have dinner. And very minimal cleanup. So I cook in bulk, I make a big mess, and then once that's done, I have a month of pretty much of freedom of not having to be thinking about what am I gonna have for dinner tonight, or what am I gonna fix for breakfast. So I'm going to try to do this shelf by shelf. I'm probably going to close the freezer door in between times, just to keep it from defrosting the food. But anyway, my top shelf is where I keep my breakfast foods. You'll see I've got English muffins and then a whole wire bin full of breakfast foods. And I'm going to take those out one by one and show you those. Okay, this is my breakfast bin that I keep in the very top of my freezer. That's my first shelf. And in it, I use canned spinach because it's easier for me. And so what I do is I take it out, I drain it, and then I form it into little patties, kind of like little hamburger patties. So that in serving sizes, because I use this in my scrambled eggs. So I usually get about 4 or 5 of these out of a can of spinach, and then I use it once, and then I put the rest into the freezer just to grab when I need it. I do the same thing with canned mushrooms. But the way that I do that, and I guess I'm doing this kind of backwards, but please forgive me because I am not the professional with these home videos. But I think you'll be able to understand. These are already frozen, but this is what I do. I take the fresh canned spinach and I put it on the trays. I stick them into my freezer until they're frozen solid, and then I take and place them, once they're frozen, into a Ziploc bag. I label it. And then it goes into this wire basket that I have. And these are actually freezer baskets that I bought probably, I don't know, 15, 20 years ago. And they have been wonderful. I used to use these in a big upright freezer. At my age, I don't have a big family any longer here at the house, so I do not, need to do a lot of keep as much frozen food on hand as I used to. But anyway, back to this. These are bananas, and I don't know about you, but I do not eat bananas fast enough for them to not go bad. And I really got tired of having to throw them away and thinking about the money that I was wasting by doing that. So I experiment to see what's going to freeze well and what doesn't. And so this is a method that's worked for me. May not work for you, but this is what's helped me. So I slice my bananas in half. I set them on a tray that's been lined with wax paper. And then I set them into the freezer. If I can move the camera up. And what I do is I set them on the shelves. You can see here where I have a wire basket. I will set it right on top of that wire basket until it's frozen. And then take it out and place them in a bag, a Ziploc bag. I like using quart size bags. That's primarily what I use. I've tried gallon, I've tried pints, The quart seems to be the sweet spot for me. And it's amazing the things that you can find to freeze. I'm going to tilt this down again, and I'm going to show you some of the things that I have in my bin. I don't have a lot in my kitchen, my breakfast bin right now. One of the things that I found that I have enjoyed freezing, believe it or not, is low-fat cottage cheese. Now, when I thaw it out, I only thaw it out in the microwave just for a short period of time. And then I just take a whisk and I whisk it back together. Doesn't change the flavor at all. Changes the texture just a tiny bit, but not bad. Believe me, it's better than having to waste food by throwing it out because you don't eat it fast enough. Another thing, when you make pancakes and you have leftovers, freeze them. Freeze them and put them in a Ziploc bag. You can either, then when you're ready to eat them, you can either pop them in the toaster for a short period of time, or you can microwave them. And they're good. I like making biscuits from time to time. Don't do it all the time, but periodically. But then if I buy a quart of buttermilk, I don't use it all. And so I don't want to have to throw it away. So I literally freeze it in a Ziploc bag, and I have it here then when I want to make biscuits. Most of the time, this thing is pretty full, but right now it isn't. Quiche freezes well. Waffles. I love making waffles, and I'm due to do a freezer cooking. And when I do that, I'll try to bring you along to show you the process that I do. But it's bacon. Bacon is the best. I've been going to Aldi, and they have the best price on bacon. And actually, the flavor of theirs is better than the commercial ones that you buy at the supermarket. And I do it in the oven. I just take a large cookie sheet, put parchment paper down, put the bacon on it, bake it in the oven at 450 for about 15 minutes. Check it. If it's not done enough, then you can leave it in, but you really got to watch it. I would not walk away when bacon is cooking in an oven. But anyway, so then once that's cooked and drained, cookie sheet with the wax paper, line it up there until it's frozen, and then I snap them in half. So I'm only eating half pieces, not a whole piece. And put it in a Ziploc bag, and then when you want bacon for a salad, not just for breakfast, for a BLT, you have it. And it doesn't take very long for it to thaw out on the counter or in the refrigerator, or you can just put it in the microwave for just a few seconds. So that's my breakfast foods. And putting a label on it helps. If I can find these baskets on Amazon where I purchased them originally, if I can find the ones that I had bought before, I'll try to put a link at the bottom of this video so that you can go and check those out.